Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Free Skate. My name is Ryan, and we are going to do the NHK Trophy today with a little bit of the MK John Wilson, or did I say? Yeah, NHK Trophy. Oh my God, I'm so tired, you guys. MK John Wilson Trophy. A little bit of that too, because I did miss that. There wasn't too much I wanted to say about it, but there's a few things. So the NHK, I'm just gonna get right into it with the ice dance. I don't even know if it's a shock, but I think it was kind of a shock. Madison Chalk and Evan Bates did not win the event for the second Grand Prix. So they didn't win any Grand Prix events this year. The Canadians, Lawrence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen won, and they deservedly still won it, in my opinion. I think they were just sublime. I think they have improved so much over the last few years. And this year, I think, really pushed them over that hump of like greatness. They are 100% a team to reckon with. Their scores were very large. For their free dance, the Canadians did end up getting 124.75, which is huge. And that was outdoing Massenchuk and Evan Bates at 124.13. Massenchuk and Evan Bates both had downgrades on their levels on a few elements, and that's pretty much why they lost. Program component scores were very close. Technical scores were also very close. Program component score for the free dance was 55.78 to 55.42 in favor of the Canadians. So the fact that the Canadians are getting, 9, 9.5, 9.75, 9.2, I think they got all nines in all of their, from every judge, I think all nines. There may have been one that wasn't a 9, but it was very close, is actually phenomenal. I don't think a few years ago we would have thought they would be here. I thought they were always nice to watch and stuff, but watching them now, they're so smooth, they're so powerful. They have great finish. Their twizzles have gotten so much faster, and it was a real joy to see super competitive ice dancing without the factor of major teams like the Russian ones. What was also nice to see too, Allison Reed and Salius Ambrulevicius of Latvia ended up getting third in the free dance. That was super exciting for them. They did miss the podium, however, by only, I don't even know if it was 2 points. I think it was like 1.5 points or something. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons did end up beating them for the bronze medal, 191.10 to 189.98. So that was also very close. So we got a lot of competitive ice dancing coming around without major teams in the field this year, which is really nice to see. Going to pairs. So pairs, I mean, who knows anyone who was there except the Japanese, Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kahara. Obviously, they were the favorites to win, and they just slayed. They were 216.16. It wasn't even close. I think second place was like 185, 187, 180, something like that. And then third place, Brooke McIntosh and Benjamin Mamar ended up getting third for Canada. They got a bronze medal, 175.65. Emily Chen and Spencer Akira Howe ended up with silver for the United States. I found pairs It's super different this year because pair teams that are making the Grand Prix final over like a year ago, they would have never won a medal, never mind making the Grand Prix final. So it's really wild to see that pairs skating is so new this year. It's like pairs is like a new discipline, and there's so many new skaters that are just becoming pairs and skating. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of disappointing as well because we don't have Sweden Han to look forward to. We don't have the Germans to look forward to. We don't have the Russians to look forward to. The Canadians to look forward to. Except for, well, Deanna and Max are good. But I mean, like, we're comparing, like, Olympic field versus, like, this. Like, nobody's here. So it's cool in one way because you're seeing teams place and get medals that would never, ever get it before. But it's kind of frustrating because you're, like, a lot of the events you see are like, oh, like you know what to expect from a gold medal performance, and some of these gold medals and silver medals and bronze medals that people are winning, you're like, I mean, good for them for winning it, but it's kind of like, ooh, it's not. honestly, if I were to get tickets to a live event, I probably wouldn't even buy pairs tickets because I don't really have any interest in seeing half of these teams. I don't know if that's rude or not, but I'm so used to seeing like such good performances from pairs as this year is like it's like a whole different thing. I don't mind watching at home because I can fast forward through a lot of the skaters, and so I can watch the final few. But a lot of the time, like if you're live, I mean, you can't just fast forward it, right? So women, first Korean lady to win a Grand Prix event since Yuna Kim. That was a pardon me, that was a long time ago, you guys. Yi Lim Kim is your NHK champion, defeating Kerry Sakamoto 201.87 was Kerry, 204.49 was Yi Lim Kim. I was a little bit surprised that Yi Lim had such a high score in the free skate. Yi Lim was second in the free skate. Kerry did win the free skate, but it wasn't enough. I actually thought Kerry did enough to do it, and I was actually really shocked too. The PCS scores. I don't know if they configured them differently or are marking people differently, but I mean, there I don't expect that. Kerry Sakamoto got like 69. Like I expected for sure she would at least be in the mid 70s, like for sure, like 74, 75. And then I think Yilim was like 67 or something. I should go into these scores here and see what they were because it was a little. Let's see here. We have, yeah, Carrie 69.34 for her PCS, 66.37 for Yilim Kim, and bronze medal ring or third place Rinka Watanabe in the free skate, 61.79. So those are not really huge PCS scores, you guys. So that's really interesting because we were seeing mid 70s before, like all the time with like the top skaters, and Carrie is definitely a top skater. Her transitions and her skating moves are so good and they're so fast. They're so strong. Her lines are so they're just so nice to watch. She does not have like the most number of transitions, I guess you could say, but I find specifically, well, we'll take the Russians for example. You know, they would skate, and you would see so many transitions that would almost be too much for them to handle. It didn't make a story look good. Carrie has a good balance between the good amount and power and speed versus somebody who's just doing turns every single time. So that's just my opinion on her. We had. I want to see what the short program PCS here. We have Yilim Kim with 33.11 and 33.68 for Carrie. So Carrie's just edging her by a tiny bit. Carrie's grades of executions didn't help her in a lot of these things. She did get a few minuses here and there between the short program and the free skate, so that didn't help. But nonetheless, you have your first Korean skating Grand Prix champion in over a decade. So congratulations to her. Who else did we have here? The Japanese ladies, Ryon Sumiyoshi ended up winning the bronze medal. Star Andrews unfortunately could not put another performance together like she did with Skate Canada. Skate Canada, she shocked everyone and just couldn't quite do it again here, which was a little bit unfortunate because I was really rooting for her. You know who I really like to see? Audrey Shin finish second place for the United States. I think she's got a really bright future, and I think she's got fantastic jumps, and it's going to be really nice to see her coming to the end of the Olympic cycle when U.S. has their nationals, and if she's still healthy, I think she's going to be a super good farce on the American team here. Also, I know Amber Glenn finishing 11th, 169. That is super far off what she can do, so she'll definitely be disappointed with that. She's always a super big joy to watch. She just didn't have it this week, which was unfortunate. She missed way too many jumps, popped so many. That's massive points off. And then, so missing jumps. So let's go to the men for a second. Oh, the men are just. What are we doing with the men, you guys? It's it's becoming so unpredictable, and there's so much movement in the standings between the short program and the free skate that I don't even know what to think anymore. Shoma Uno did win, although he was second after the short program. He did get a respectable score, 279. However, that is way far off what he can get. He definitely could get over 300 points easily. Sota Yamamoto ended up finishing second by just a few points. And Junwon Cha ended up with the bronze medal by, again, just a few points. And I think he was a little bit shocked by that. Sota went from first in the short program, and he ended up getting sixth in the free skate, but he hung on to that silver medal. I think he was actually the most shocked that he couldn't believe that he actually hung on to that silver medal because his free skate was not that good. Junwon Cha was sixth in the short program and second in the free skate, and ended up with the bronze medal. Adam Salim Fa did not have the skates that he wanted to. He only had 250.45. Matteo Rizzo. Oh, my Matteo Rizzo. He just looks like an Italian gift box that you want to unwrap. His costume gets me every time I look at him. I feel like he came directly from an Italian gift store, like, for sure. He, again, 240.76. He can do so much better than that. He was seventh in the short, fifth in the free. Stephen Gogolev of Canada, ninth in the short, seventh in the free, 221. I think this is probably a little bit better than he normally could put two programs together. He definitely had his mistakes, obviously, but he's, I think, coming into his body now, and he's learning how to use it properly. So I think, I'm not sure about this year, but maybe towards the end of next year and 2 years from now, I think he's going to be really, really strong for Canada. I think he's going to have all of his quads back. He already had 3 in the free skate that he tried. He's not popping as much as he used to, but he's got to land the jumps, period. So that is the NHK. Now, just briefly for the Sheffield Great Britain Grand Prix, super special. The crowd was a little smaller than I anticipated it to be because it was a small arena to begin with and they didn't sell it out. And England hasn't really had a Grand Prix like ever, so I thought that they would have like a lot of fan support, although I guess the skating roster wasn't exactly the strongest there either. But they did have their British skaters to cheer for, particularly Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson, who always put on the best show. I'm a little bit sad that they didn't win, but the Italians did deserve to win that in the ice dance event. Charlene Guidard and Marco Fabri are just getting so good this year too. I think the ice dance is really not suffering this year. There are so many talented ice dancers that have taken place of ones that have moved on from the Olympic Games, and it's really nice to watch. And you know what? I really hope the English skaters savored every moment of this because it's not something that they're going to get very often, and I'm so happy that the English fans got to see an English dance team win a medal at the Grand Prix. I think that's super special. Them seeing the flag when the anthem plays, even though it was the Italian anthem, seeing that Great Britain flag in your own building is always something special when you're a hometown fan. So that is it. We are going to move on to the Finnish Grand Prix coming up in just a day or two. And I am going to try to get that a little bit more timely because it's already Wednesday and I've just been super busy with work and everything. So I apologize for that, but I need you guys to spread the word that I have a YouTube channel called The Free Skate. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share with your friends. Put it out on Twitter. Include me in conversations on maybe Golden Skate, or other figure skating sites that you talk on, and let them know that this is here for them. And I want to know what you think of the skating so far this year. Also, what I would like to know, off skating topic, the World Cup is on. It's massive, massive, massive. I'm super excited. I'm super into soccer. And you know what? I just watched Canada today for the first time in 36 years play number 2 ranked Belgium, and they looked so good. I cannot believe how well Canada played. Canada could have beaten them probably 3 or 4-1. But Belgium won 1-0. Canada got a penalty kick denied. Belgians had one chance to score that they took, and they took it, so Belgium won 1-0, but it was not an easy win for them. So on saying that too, I also want to know, who are you cheering for in the World Cup? What are your expectations for it? I'm here to talk about that too, because it's like my favorite thing. So, and also too, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I am BMBRman85. That is my Twitter handle, and you can find me there. I do talk a lot of skating, and I do a lot of tweeting about World Cup and different sporting events. So if you want to follow me there too, that would be awesome. We'll see you guys in a few days. Take care, and good night.